good evening and welcome to UIRL action here at the legendary Spa-Francorchamps circuit here in the Ardennes Forest. Of course, it's the Belgium Grand Prix. And well, this race often throws up a bit of a corker, it has to be said. Lots of crashes more often than not. And this week we are joined by Jonah, Davey, Master Spread, Wyvern, Whale, Ethan, Fatal Defiance, Cue Ball, Noodle Neck, and TMS Sora. Let's get all we need up. Short qualified, of course, with a 50% race. It is performance here, so the Haskars perform like the Haskars. Let's see who's actually furthest round on track at the minute. I believe it is a Haskar of TMS Sora. So there we go. We've got some action on track. Tash, welcome to the stream. Hope you're well. Oh, Sora's almost binned it on his outlap. That would have been really embarrassing, but to be fair, he is in a Haskar, so it's not exactly unheard of. So, going round the old part of the circuit now that leads into Blanchimont, and then what is left of the old bus stop chicane. It's right on board with Sora now. We power towards what used to be the bus stop chicane. Letting off, of course, nice and easy. Gearing up for an absolute flyer. Here we go, you rev the engine. And here we go! A lap of the Spa-Francorchamps circuit here in Belgium, down towards La Source, where we saw Hamilton and Alonso get collected in the Romain Grosjean incident in 2012. Let's not forget the frightful accident of 2018 either, which also involved Fernando Alonso, down towards Eau Rouge, and then down the Kemmel Straight. Looked very nice. The car was very stable, which is really what you need. Down the Kemmel Straight, up towards... I always forget the name of this corner, but it's the scene where we saw Schumacher pass Hill in 95. Then down towards this corner that you always feel like you can never quite get right. You can't really allow your car to run wide because you use the curbs, and then we're on the corner with no name, which on strict, had he done that, his lap would have been invalidated through Pouon. There we go. Bit out of shape for Sora. It's not been the cleanest of laps, but it is what it is. And then we come up to this corner where we saw Raikkonen and Hamilton in 2008 in very tricky conditions battle it out, and then down towards the back end of the circuit once again, where the new circuit joins with the old as we power towards Blanchimont. But it's not been a good lap, and Sora has backed completely out of it. There we go, guys. That has been a lap of the Belgium Grand Prix circuit. There is a McLaren of Fatal Defiance. He's doing a much better job, so we'll stay on board with him. Watch it now, they all... Oh, hello, that's Davey disqualified. Did I just see that right? Davey disqualified? Oh, dear. I wonder why he's disqualified then. Davey disqualified from the session at this early stage. I mean, he needed to get his eye in. He was saying how I'm a bit of a bad luck charm for him, because every time I commentate, he seems to spin. Well, he must have spun, because it looked like it was at Eau Rouge. And Fatal Defiance looks like he's about to set them the first meaningful time of the day. Goes across the line. It is a 45.6. Next is the Red Bull of Cue Ball. See how he does. Cue Ball goes across the line. He goes fastest by quite some margin, 43.9. Next is a Renault of Master Spread. What sort of lap time can he do? It's a 44.4. Next we have is a Mercedes of Wyvern Skull, who goes third. That's a 45.1. Next is Ethan, a very quick driver. Powers down towards the line, and Ethan goes second with a 44.0, 1/10 behind Cue Ball. So Cue Ball's done a really good lap there, it has to be said. Next car round is Jonah. On a lap anyway. top end of the circuit. I believe everyone else is recovering to the pits, though Sora could be going for another run. Actually, he's fractured down to Sector 2. This is the point where he backed off earlier. So, is this him pitting, or is this him actually setting a completely and better lap time than he had done previous? Well, it is better. He did a 44.2. He was 12 seconds faster than what he managed last time. Let's have a look and see what Fatal's doing. Fatal recovering to the pits. Then he's got the Red Bull of Q-Ball, who looks like he's pushing, but he's not got much ERS to do it with. So I don't know if he'll be quicker. We'll have to wait and see. Nope, he peels off into the pit lane. Then we've got Whale. There he is. He's gearing up for a lap. Takes the wider line. Then the next car around is indeed Jonah. Of course, he's not set a lap time yet. Round the bus stop chicane, not even touching the curbs. The car looks so stable. Coming out of the corner as well. And Jonah goes 5th with a 45.1. Next is the racing point of Noodle Neck, but he's gearing up for a lap. He does have an AlphaTauri behind him. Is that Ethan? No, it is Ethan, but it's Ethan pitting. So, next is Fatal Defiance, who's a 10th up in the first sector. Down towards the corner with no name. Of course, Fatal's already had some sparring. Hey, Wisp. How you doing, sweetie? It's my baby. Oh, I know that she's watching. Sora is out. Sora's dead! Sora's dead. He's out of the session. We did say before that it's not strange to see a Haas car crashing. And, well, he did it exactly the same place where we saw the car lose control last time. So, yeah, unfortunately, that is Sora's qualifying session ended. 8 cars remain to battle it over in the final 10 minutes of qualifying. He's used up all his ERS. Is he just going to go straight into the pits? No, he's going to go across the line. So maybe Fatal feels like he can go much faster. It is... well, it's not an improvement because he ran out of ERS. That was the problem there. Here comes Whale. And Whale goes 4th for 44.2. Is Jonah recovering to the pits? He's either recovering or getting ready to go for another lap. Let's have a look. Across to the curbs and straight into the pit lane. In the pits he goes. And now we're on board with Noodle Neck in the pink Mercedes. But he has wing damage, so he goes into the pits. He is still yet to set a lap time here in this qualifying session. What will he do? I don't know really. So let's see what Fatal was doing. I imagine this is a recovery lap now for Fatal. He's done 3 laps on them soft tyres, sorry. Like I said, Fatal, of course, has already had Spa experience this week after driving in the performance race in VRF1, where he was in a racing point. So he had a Mercedes engine behind him. This time he has a Renault engine behind him. The only difference is the chassis is probably a lot better. Or at least the aerodynamics. So let's have a look and see if Wales pushing again. Doesn't look like it. There's the Red Bull of Q-Ball. He's on an outlap. Then we go all the way around to see Master Spread. Then we got Withered Skull. So Fatal is indeed in the pits. Let's have a look and see what Whale does. Does he complete his lap? No, he goes into the pits as well. So I believe the next one round to actually set a combative lap time is the Red Bull of Q-Ball, who is currently, as I said before, fastest. Hey Silver, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Silver, a guy who I've not raced with in quite a long time, has to be said. I'm a very good racing driver from memory. Or very shit, I can't remember. Here comes Cue Ball. Ooh, that was a real sharp turn in there. Cue Ball almost lost control of the car, has to be said. Through Puon, he goes in, oh he has gone round! Is that a save? Oh, is he going to hit the wall? He does hit the wall, but he's only got damage. Fuck! That Red Bull was on the limit, has to be said. Jonah is on an outlap, so the next car around is the Racing Point of Noodle Neck. He's on an outlap, as it is Fatal. Let's have a look at the Renault of Master Spread. And Ginger Whale goes... I imagine that's what that emoji is saying as he pulls that face. A lot better poo on corner there for Master Spread. Compared to how Cue Ball did it. So the set of tyres wasted for Cue Ball. He's currently 2 tenths up in the middle sector. That will be enough to potentially move him above Whale, which will move him, and Sora for that matter. So he could get on to the second row of the grid here. Could be 3rd place. We're going to have a superb final sector here for Master Spread. Into the bus stop we go. The power down nicely. Back end wiggled a little bit. Powers down towards line. Moves into 3rd with a 44.1. That's Ethan getting ready for a lap. Then we've got a Mercedes of Withering Skull. There he is. He's currently 6 tenths up. That'll be looking at a 44.5. So it'll move him to about 6th place at this rate. But I didn't obviously see it does move him to 6th place. It's a 44.3. So it gets him onto competitive terms. Fatal Defiance beginning his lap, and then we go all the way around the circuit looking for the Haskar of Jonah, who is currently 4 tenths up in the 1st sector. That will put him on a 44.7. It's not enough to move him up from where he is, so we'll have to see how he does. He's currently 1.2 seconds up now, that's huge. That is a 44.1. Jonah could be snatching provisional pole position here with 4 minutes to go. He just needs to absolutely nail this final sector. As I said earlier, that Haas looked really stable under the hands of Jonah. We come into the bus stop, and are we about to see a new fastest man in this session? It wouldn't surprise me. Jonah quite often puts himself up there. Jonah goes fastest by half a second. 43.4 for RTL Jonah. Van Dabby does it, and Noodle Neck gets on there as well with a 43.6, 2 tenths behind. Got to give credit where credit's due. Noodle Neck up there, and that's what matters. Let's see how Master Spread's doing as we go towards Blanchimon. Is he? It looks like he could be pushing for another lap here. So Ethan's not too far behind either. Nope, he's pitting, so we'll jump on board with Ethan. The ERS has ran out. He's deregging towards the line. Is it improvement? It's a... Oh my god, he set the same lap time! Ethan set the same lap time as RTL Jonah, 43.457. Ethan, 43.457. But because Ethan set that lap time first, he will stay fastest. And it's good to see the game actually implement that rule. Fatal Defiance moves to 5th position with a 44.0. Gotta love close qualifying sessions like that. Now the question is Jonah protecting those tyres? Looks like, well, it doesn't really look like he's taking it easy, but he's certainly not pushing as you would be on a qualifying lap. Let's have a look and see how Ethan's doing. Ethan's 2 seconds down, so he'll be looking after them tyres as well. They do have a Ferrari of Whale coming up behind him, but he's on a outlap. Is Fatal potentially pushing again? Nope, he's 7.2 seconds down. So the only one, don't know why, oh, I don't know actually, Master Spread could potentially No, he'll be able to get round. Yeah, the Red Bull of Cue Ball and Master Spread will be able to get round. But the man that will be doing a lap time first is Whale. Rara, why are you not racing other than commentating? I do race, mate. Okay. You want to know my schedule, Silver? Okay. Monday, I raced VRF1 Div 3. Tuesday, I commentate for the International United Racing League at 11:30 p.m. at night. Do tune in for that. Withen has not enough time, so he's left it. Wednesday is VRF1 Performance, which is full distance. Thursday is UIRL, as you can see that I'm doing at the minute. Friday is SF1 Racing. Teammates with Positively Glad. Saturdays is PRF1, no doubt the hardest of them all. Div 1 with Positively Glad. And Sunday is the Sunday Drive, which will be kicking off again this week. So do tune in at 8:30 p.m. on Positively Glad's channel. Pos is carrying me, mate. He's so much quicker than I am. Like in PRF1, Pos has scored the majority of our points. I've scored 2. Because I'm trying so hard and not getting it. I tried so hard and got nowhere. In the end, I only have 2 points. Ethan's done. See how this Ferrari's doing. He was 2 tenths up, but he did make a mistake. It'll be interesting to see if he can keep this sort of pace going. How's that little trip in the gravel hampered him? You'd imagine it would. But here we go towards the line. Whale moves up to 5th with a 44.0. Okay, so the next car round is Cue Ball. The man who was fastest, Ethan, has managed to get himself, of course, as we know, with a 43.4. Noodle Neck did a 43.6. Whale has done his lap time. Look at this, Cue Ball 8 tenths up. Cue Ball looking really good here to take provisional pole position. 8 tenths up, that will move him to a 43.1, which will give him a 3/10 of a second gap. That Red Bull looking really good. Here we go, entering the bus stop chicane. Riding the curbs, probably lost a little bit of time there. Riding towards the line, is it pole position? Cue Ball takes pole position with a 43.1. Great lap time there. Let's have a look at Master Spread. I think he got 4th. Master Spread got 4th. Let's go. So Cue Ball pole position by nearly 3/10 of a second from Jonah and Ethan, because let's not forget those two, as you can see, set the same lap time, 43.457. Noodle Neck is 4th. Master Spread 5th. Whale 6th. Fatal Defiance 7th. Sora 8th. A very disappointing 8th, you could see. Sora has a lot more pace in him, but he does have a mistake in him. Withen 9th. And Davey, of course, for whatever reason, was disqualified from the session. So that's it, guys. That's qualifying. So we have a bit of a break now before the race. So go get yourself a drink. Go get yourself a snack. Or relieve yourself on the toilet. One or the other. And there's rain. We have rain at Spa. Oh, we have rain at Spa. It brings back memories of Spa 98. Dun, dun. Those of you who are wondering what I'm on about, Google or YouTube Spa 1998 and you will figure out what I mean. So, 10 cars on the grid. This track has been chopped and changed over the years. Used to be quite a long circuit. I mean, it's a long circuit now for today's standards, but it was even longer back in the day. It used to have roads stretched into the Ardennes forest, came back out. It was shortened in the mid-80s. It came back in about, I don't know, I think it was 85, 86, something like that. And it's been a good little racetrack. Eau Rouge has always been daunting. I mean, you remember the qualifying in '99 where both BARs barrel rolled going up through the Eau Rouge. I mean, it wasn't a good day to be a BAR guy because your work was cut out. To be fair though, that race gave them their first finish of the season. Well, Villeneuve's first finish of the season anyway. I had rain here. I died on performance. It was like, fine. It was like, okay, trying to find my feet. Oh, look, rain's here. That's fine. Let's try and get through it. Nope, first lap in the rain. Dead. Because of Eau Rouge. I can't do it in the wet. What sort of driver am I? I'm not having a mini meltdown, honest. But as to say, guys, we're gearing up for 22. I'm going to go out on a limb and say 22 laps of this circuit. So it's going to, like I said, it's a circuit that's roughly about 1 minute 44 seconds long in normal fuel mixtures. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. It's going to be a bit longer, of course, because there's rain. So it could even hit the 2 minute lap mark. But doesn't look too bad. I'd say intermediate conditions definitely. So there is the potentiality that it could dry up as the race goes on. We'll have to keep a beady eye on it and see what happens. Only 10 runners, of course, guys, unfortunately. Let's just hope the action is, because there's so few cars, the action is intense. Tell you what, while we're waiting, I'm going to get my bag sorted for work. I, the Lord of sea and sky, I have heard people. It is I, Lord. Oh, yeah, bird, you calling in the night. go. If you need me, I will hold your people in my heart. I'd say it's midway point of the week, so, you know, nothing wrong with a bit of a church hymn. Surprisingly, I haven't burst into flames, so quite happy with that. And my trusty belt. And we are done. Okay, I'm back. Let's see. Another day, another wet. It is another day, another wet race at Spa. Fatal, you are correctamundo. Indeed, correctamundo, a word I tend to use quite regularly, yet no one else seems to use it. Like I say, Fatal, I know what happened the last time this track was wet. I died. You survived. So technically you have experience, of course. You was just here a couple of days ago. In fact, no, you was here yesterday. So it's not even a couple of days ago. That 24 hours. So you should have that feel of a wet Spa circuit. Just waiting for the guys to be ready. Sora, Jonah, Davey, Ethan, Whale, Cubone, Noodleneck, Wyvern, Master Spread and Fatal Defiance. And the question is, who has their car set up for the wet weather conditions and who has their car set up for dry conditions? You'll be able to tell who. I had my car set up for dry conditions and I turned into a Rouge and I immediately died. So, I want someone to share the same pain I felt yesterday. Where basically it was just a case of, oh, look at that, I died. Oh, and we're going! Yay, there's no formation lap as well, guys. Let me repeat. There is no formation lap. Hang on. Is that on or off? I believe it's off. There is no formation lap, so we'll be getting straight on with the race. The lights are counting down. 4 lights, 5 lights at Spa-Francorchamps here in Belgium. And it's go! It's a good start from the Red Bull man. Jonah looks okay. There's a Renault sliding down the inside. So look and see what everyone's got fitted. Looks like everyone's made it through there in one piece. Davey with a bit of a twitch there. And there, Jonah takes the lead. Jonah with better acceleration coming out of La Source takes the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix. Here we go now. Who are we going to see? There's a lot of cars off the circuit. Pretty certain there was a few illegal things there, but like I say, never raced in the wet here. Oh, so Q-Ball is on a new experience here. And like I say, it's a completely different fish. There's Sora with a fantastic first lap so far. He's already in 5th position. He's got Noodleneck round. There's a Renault. Oh, and a Ferrari as well. And those two have been collected. The Ferrari has damage. That's not good. Poor Whale. And Sora's passed Fatal Defiance. There's a Haas in the first 2 Hasses in the first 4 positions. And you can see Noodleneck there looking 1.4 way through. So this is the point of the race now where we see where all the battles are. Noodleneck looks like he's all over the back of Fatal. Fatal having that bit of a good start has now been sort of passed by Sora. Cue-Ball still finding his feet. So he's been passed by Ethan as well. So Cue-Ball, the pole sitter, down to third. Sneeze! Down to third position. Let's have a look now as the two leaders. There they are, Jonah and Ethan. Ethan looking to try and gain where it is. He's looking for an option. Holds back just a bit. Just take it nice and easy. Look for the option. That car looks so smooth. Bit of a hesitant on the power. You have to expect that though in the rain. Jonah sets the fastest lap, of course. It's the first lap of the race in 2:03. Here we go, powering down towards Orange. This is on-board lap here with Ethan. As we go through, I'll keep an eye on the gaps behind, see if there's anything. But look how cautious they're having to take it. Going through Rouge and whatnot. Let's have a look at Fatal. Fatal with a brilliant run on Cue-Ball. Cue-Ball so cautious going up the hill. And Sora's passed him. Fatal's passed him. Cue-Ball falling to fifth. Dropping like a stone. You'd expect Noodleneck now to be the next one to take him, of course. Cue-Ball's finding his feet. He's not used to driving to Spa in the wet. It's a whole brand new experience, and as I've said previously, it's a completely different animal in the wet. If you're not focused, it will take you. We go towards Pouon, where we saw Cue-Ball spin in qualifying. With a bit of a wide line there. Cue-Ball looking to see. This is the closest battle on track at the minute. Looks like Ethan's just gradually keeping Jonah's keeping Ethan at bay. As we go towards Blanchimont, are they able to take this flat out? We'll see if anyone potentially loses the... Oh, bit of a wobble there from Noodle. Interesting that Whale didn't pit. Now we know Whale's got damage. As Sora does the fastest lap of the race in 1 minute 59.009. Oh. That's Master Spread making a move on Davey. Gets the move done. I guess that's all that matters. Does Davey have damage? No. That Ferrari does though. Oh, are we about to see an overtake here? Davey's gaining, looking to find a way through. He goes down the inside. There's nothing there though. Ooh, he got really out of shape there. And that's giving Whale a chance now. Let's have a look at Whale's wing. No, it is damaged, but Whale doing a really good job here of hanging on. Of course, there's no DRS, of course, as it's raining, so everyone just having to do it on sheer merit and just hope the car keeps pointing in the right direction. So yeah, credit where credit's due for the Ferrari for doing just that. Despite having a significant loss of downforce, you can see the damage there on the front left of the wing. The end fence is missing. Ooh, Davey very out of shape there. The back end twitches again. That's certainly going to allow a Whale to have a run on him. If Whale's going to pass him, he's going to have to wait. Oh, they're both off track. Davey's off track. Okay, so that battle's done. Sora sets the fastest lap of the race, 58.1. The top three are covered by 1.2 seconds. Haas, AlphaTauri, Haas. See Ethan now as he's using his ERS to gain on Jonah. See Jonah has run about the same amount of ERS, so they're both using it very wisely when they have to. They're not overdoing it at the minute. Of course, they'll want to preserve their tyres best they can, as well as Noodle Neck finally gets past Cue Ball. Into 5th place he goes, and he can finally close down the gap to Fatal Defiance. There he is, just disappearing in your picture. Lap 4 out of 22, 18 laps to go. And Ethan's made a mistake somewhere because the gap is now 1.1 seconds. Although he just put the ERS down at the wrong point. The back end wanted to get away from him. I wonder if Sora tried making a move. But like I said, we said we'll stick on board with the battles at the minute. And the Cue Ball trying to stay in touch with Noodle Neck. Cue Ball, every lap is a learning experience for this man. As I said before that the gap was over a second. Yeah, Ethan absolutely railed Jonah right back in. He's trying to take a bit of fuel out the car. I'd say a lot of VRS, but he really hasn't. So I'm wondering if Jonah's made a little bit of a mistake somewhere, and that's allowed Ethan to close back in here because he'll be back in the slipstream range. Not like he'll be able to do anything about it because obviously there's no DRS. Looking very good from these guys so far. Just keeping each other at bay. You see the black lines there on the circuit, which is the racing line, of course. As the inter tyres do throw up quite a lot of water in the air and do clear the line for a time being. So as the race goes on, you'll see it appear more and more there. And obviously, in order to cool them down, you can go offline on the straight, cool the tyres down. It does help to preserve them. I've done it a few times in China. Top three once again, very much together, and you can still see the rain falling. Jonah doing everything he can. Come on, Ethan, get closer. Make an overtake, have a battle. Do something! Tell you what, Sora looks very close now. We're right on board with Sora as he sets the fastest lap of the race. 57.8. I wonder if that tells me that the track is beginning to dry. Because that is like some... about a second faster than anything we've seen so far. So either that was a heck of a lap by Sora, or the track is indeed starting to dry. Oh, hello, that's Wyvern and Master side by side. Let's have a look. There they are, down the Kemmel Straight. We've got some action here, guys. And, oh, that's the wrong camera angle, but Master Spread takes the position. 7th place for the Renault man. All Wyvern can do is let him go. very good so far. This master spread begins to spread the gap between himself and Wyvern Skull. Let's go back with Sora now as he still continues to chase down Ethan. I swear Sora was in a Williams earlier in the season. Here we go. Oh, once again, a bit. That's very rare. You see a Formula 1 car, a sort of wheel spin in like 3rd or 4th gear. So I wonder if he just stayed in gear a bit too long. Or tried short shifting a bit quick, which unsettled the car. 4.4 seconds is the gap to Fatal Defiance, so these three are pulling away quite nicely. See Fatal there in the distance, along with Noodle Neck, who is 3.3 seconds behind. There's Ethan. Could be biding its time. Ooh, look how quickly that car turned in. Oh, he has gone wide. I thought that it looked a bit unusual. He'll feel the pressure now from Sora. Now that's a sign that the grip in these inters are beginning to go. We are not far. We're not far away from half distance. But like I said, there's been no sort of let up in the intensity of the rain, so I'd imagine conditions are still pretty much the way they were when this race began. The only difference is the racing line has less water on it because there are 40 tyres kicking it up, and in comes Sora. Sora into the pits. Now this is interesting. Let's see what he does. Is he looking to try and get an undercut here? And if that's the case, then surely he's only managed to do 6 laps on those inters. He's asking a lot here. Fresh inters going on. It's going to fall back to 9th position. There's the Ferrari. Surely the Ferrari will give way as he doesn't have the sort of pace that the Haas car has, or the downforce for that matter. I'll tell you what though, the Ferrari looks quite interested. He's in the slipstream. That's not the camera angle I want. But Sora is getting away. Right, so Sora is now on much fresher inters than those around him, but the problem is he's got traffic to deal with. He has to negotiate. Had he waited another couple of laps, they probably would have been able to jump these guys. So, like I say, it's up to Sora now how quickly he can clear these guys. They're not exactly back markers. They're definitely a hindrance for Sora. He wants to be able to use his fresh tyres to the best of their ability. And I think Jonah has sensed that. Now, this is interesting. Will Jonah pit as well? Let's have a look and see what happens. Jonah... No, he continues. Let's see what Ethan does. He continues as well. So, definitely a bit of gamesmanship going on here at Haas. So they've got both cars there. As Jonah sets the fastest lap now, 57.7. You can see Sora trying to force his way through on the Mercedes. He goes down the inside. Does the Mercedes jump across him? He's... Oh! I think that's more Sora not trying to hit him. He's been forced off by Wyvern. Well, that is what you call a movie. He's gone right round the outside of the Mercedes. That would have lost him at least three or 4 seconds. That is unfortunate for Sora, but it's now up to him to try and get that. Like I say, he's got a 2.2 second gap to master spread, so now he can use those tyres, claw back some of the time that he's lost. To be fair, he's on fresh inters, so there's no reason why he can't. I mean, he's already pulled out 1.4 seconds to the Mercedes car. What a battle that was. Like I say, Sora did ever so well. Like I said, the door was closing, and I think he realised that had to jump onto the curbs in order for him not to get any damage or anything. The car spun. Now that will be an interesting factor. If he's planning on taking these tyres to the end, he's already probably put a little bit of wear on by doing that half spin earlier, as we saw, trying to avoid the Mercedes of Wiven Skull. It's now 1.1 seconds up. He's now half a second quicker than he has gone previous. So this is looking like a really good lap from Sora. He's wanting to use everything. He's got a yellow flag in sector 3. That is Cue Ball. Cue Ball is out of the Grand Prix. He's lost it coming out of Blanchimont. That's unfortunate for Cue Ball, the man who said that he really was struggling with these conditions. And that will be, well, that will annoy Sora more than anything, because it means he now has a 20.6. I mean, to be fair, the cars in front of him have pitted onto fresher tyres, which is great. But he's losing time, and oh, I don't know. I can't really see how this is going to plan out. Still all taking it nice and easy. Still VSC. Oh, Sora! Oh, he was... Oh, Sora! He's ruined it. He's blown his chance. He must have just been within the limit of the delta, and as you come towards the braking zone, the delta does go down quite considerably, and I think he's just been caught out by it. That's unfortunate. Now it's Noodle Neck versus Wiven. Wiven, of course, has not pitted. Noodle Neck has, and he'll be wanting to get past that Mercedes car as quick as possible. Now, we saw Wiven put up a bit of a defence against Sora. Will he do the same, or will he have the grip to be able to do the same to the pink car that kind of looks exactly the same? So here we go, and Jonah's in the pits! Goes from bad to worse for Sora, doesn't it? Let's have a look at Noodle Neck now. He's looking to see a way through. Wiven goes defensive. He takes the racing line. Is Wiven pitting this lap? No, he doesn't. But that shows you the amount of grip difference that Noodle Neck has compared to Wiven. That he was just able to out-traction the Mercedes car going through those corners. Now... Oh my god, Fatal's almost jumped these guys. Fatal's so close. Now, that's gone right under the radar. Obviously, his tyres are up to temperature. Yellow flag, sector 1. That's Sora. Has Sora got that? Oh, no, he hasn't. Don't know what went on there. Maybe he had a bit of a spin. But Fatal really needs to do something about these guys before they trundle off. To be fair, cue ball, you can only do what you do. I say the only sort of wet practice I get is in league races / career mode. I did do wet practicing at the beginning of this game when it came out. I did 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, I did about 20 laps on each circuit in the wet with 4 different setups. But yes, only one retirement so far, as we are at the halfway point of the race now. Cue ball, the pole sitter, out of this Grand Prix as he was just not able to cope with the conditions. Of course, as I mentioned before, it was his first attempt at racing at Spa in wet conditions, so it was a whole new ball game really. And Ethan once again has caught right up with Jonah. And they're gradually pulling away from Fatal Defiance. All Fatal needs to do is just be consistent and bring the car home. And Withen's finally in the pits. Jonah going offline to cool the tyres down. Using all the curbs available to him and then some. Top 3 all in your picture once again, covered by 2.2 seconds as they gradually eke away from Fatal, who looks like he doesn't really have an answer to these guys. I don't know why Ethan keeps activating the ERS round there. In doing that, you've sort of just... It is unlucky. It is what it is. These things happen. Ooh, Ethan! His car was sideways there for a moment coming out of Blanchimont. It shows you that he's pushing him potentially in a higher fuel setting. Oh, hello, that's Sora. Jonah sets fastest lap of the race, 57.0. And Sora, is he going round the outside? The Renault's still there. They do touch. I'd say that is within... That's a really good move, that by Sora. Just went right round the outside of the Renault. The Renault will be looking to try and make a move. He's dived down the inside, saw an opportunity, realised it weren't there. Surely you'll save yourself now for the Kemmel Straight. He's on fresher tyres as well, so this will be interesting. But the lift slide, oh, where's he going? Sora had a bigger moment as well, and this has really enabled Master Spread to have a run at him. Sora goes slightly offline to go defensive, but oh, is he pulling out to go for the move? He does! Sora chops right across him as he's entitled to do. He's on the racing line. Sora. Master Spread. Master Spread. Going through the corner with no name, down the hill towards Pouan. Still see the rain falling, so this says to me that the rain is going to be here for the entire race. Oh, that's Sora! He's round! Is that a puncture? Is it a puncture? No, it was just really bad. graphics there. It really looked like for a minute he punctured his wheel, but a spin for Sora yet again. Surely he's cooked those inters now. I have to keep going offline to cool them down. But anyway, that's enough of that. Let's have a look at Jonah and Ethan because the gap is half a second. It was 3 attempts. Jonah just seems to allow Ethan to creep up and then just hold him off and then pull away. He's doing exactly what he needs. He knows that Ethan will not have DRS, so there's one tool taken away from him. And he's gone really wide there through Puon. He's lost at least 4 tenths to Jonah. There's Fatal still hanging on in the background, 2.3 seconds behind. Jonah practically leading since the start of the Grand Prix. Is yet to lose the lead. But look at Ethan, he's just closing back in on him more and more. You can't help thinking, is Ethan biding his time? As Jonah sets the fastest lap of the race, 56.9. Do you think that? Yet it's Jonah that's setting the faster lap times. Oh, what's happened to Sora? Sora's round again. His race gone from bad to worse. Oh, I don't think there's much grip left in them inters now. I mean, they've had 3 spins now. 2 full ones and 1 half one. We're back on board with Ethan. Staring at the back of Jonah once again. Gap to Fatal, 3.3 seconds. Just see that Ethan is struggling. I wonder if he is struggling with his setup, because it does seem like it's a bit tail happy, doesn't it? So here we go, we'll ride on board with Ethan for a lap, as this is the closest battle on track at the minute. So here we go, riding on board with Ethan. RTL Jonah, the race leader ahead, is your target in the Haas car. Practically been leading since the start of the Grand Prix, but once again, fishtails, and that's Noodle Neck. Noodle Neck's had a moment, and I think he's got damage. Yes, he has. He's lost it through Blanchard, the same place that Cubo lost it earlier. Oh, careful, careful, careful. You'll end up bidding it. Anyway, back on board with Ethan. You'll see that he just doesn't quite feel so confident. And then he will reel in Jonah quite a fair bit. Jonah must be taking it easy, realised he had a nice gap to Ethan, just taking it easy. Jonah definitely controlling this race by the looks of it. Getting so close to that wall. And here we go towards Puon. We're going to watch as the car looks... Just see. That was a lot... To be fair, this lap was a lot better by Ethan than what it's looked like previously. And once again, he's closing in on Jonah. So either Jonah is taking it nice and easy on this lap. Oh, it's been a very scruffy lap. And Sora's gone! Sora's binned it through Eau Rouge. Now, will that bring out the safety car? Have to wait and see. No. His car is cleared away. The second retirement of the day, TMS Sora. But look at how much Ethan's gaining. Is Ethan going to plan a move here? No, he backs off. He definitely thought about it. He just seems happy at this stage to sit behind Jonah. We go going round La Source. Oh, there's another battle! It is Noodleneck who has just got past Whale, or at least in front of him. Noodleneck, of course, had to pit for fresh inters, so he'll be steaming through at the minute, of course, having a lot more grip than those around him. There's Withered, trying to stretch the gap. Oh, what's going on? Jonah! We've missed it! Ethan takes the lead! But Jonah fights back. Is he going to go down the inside? Definitely thought about it. Tried to see if he could keep his... I did say that the last lap looks quite scruffy from Jonah. And that is what Ethan was waiting for. Jonah to make a mistake as they both run quite wide. The fuel light is showing for Jonah, so I'm wondering if he's used a bit too much fuel. And this is Ethan's chance to run away. So Ethan now leads the Grand Prix on lap 17. Will we see Ethan just run away now? Now he's got that clear air in front of him. It looks like he's already stretching the gap. The gap nearly a second already. So Ethan's definitely pushing. I'm wondering if Jonah's got anything left in the tank. Oh, big lock up there from Jonah. It's just going to be fastest lap from Ethan. Oh, it's not. But Fatal will see. So let's have a look at Jonah's perspective now. So there we go. We're right on board with Jonah for this lap. He's using as much ERS as he can do compared to Ethan, who's got 33%. To go through Eau Rouge, taking it nice and easy. He'll be in the slipstream, but I don't think he has the fuel. That's the problem for Jonah. The fuel light is there, it's in the yellow, so that means he's minimal on fuel. He has to take it nice and easy, and I think, unfortunately for Jonah, he's going to have to be running in lean, I believe, now, for a lot of the time until he's recovered some fuel back. You hear him short shifting. Not letting the revs build up too much. Puon taking it nice and easy. Definitely sounds more relaxed than when we was on board with Ethan, but Ethan was chasing them. So we go into this corner, allows the car to run wide. There's a lift ever so slightly, gap 1 second. And unfortunately, Jonah has to take it easy. I'd love to see what the fuel margin is. If I could just see his steering wheel close enough, you'd be able to see it. I wonder if I get right close to the screen, can I see it? Not really. I wouldn't worry about it, cue ball. It's one of the. It's one of them things. You either like a lot of people ain't ready for the wet when it comes, because it doesn't happen that often. If I'm brutally honest, so you don't expect it when it does. But at the same time, you do need to be prepared for it. Like, I don't like the wet conditions. I never have. Just gotta take it nice and easy. Bring the car home if that's what it takes. Don't make any unnecessary dives or anything like that. Jeez God, welcome to the stream, buddy. I hope you're well. Now Jonah looks like he's pushing a fair bit on this lap. Is he about to take the fastest lap, is he? Because he did purple the middle sector. Now, I don't know if that was a game glitch or what, but we will soon see as he goes across the line. Jonah, he was nearly 2 tenths off his current best time, locking up again. I mean, they've extended the gap quite nicely over Fatal Defiance. The gap is now 5 seconds. Got 3 laps left of this Grand Prix. I'm very well. How's the race been? A bit of a procession, if I'm honest. Cue ball had pole. Wasn't ready for the rain. Fell down the field. Jonah was leading for quite some time from Ethan and TMS Sora. Sora then tried the undercut. Then had a battle with Wyvern's Skull, and then spun later on. Noodle Neck was up there, but he spun as well. So like I say, it's been not much overtaking in this race, as Ethan gets very out of shape. Like I say, you can see the racing line as black as anything there. And once again, it's showing purple for Jonah, but he's a 10th down on his time, so you have to try and ignore that. Ethan. Just want to say congratulations to the Ferrari boys in SF1 Div 3, coming 6th and 10th in whatever race they were at. I believe it was Baku? No? Yes, it's Baku. So, congratulations to them. 1.5 seconds is the gap. It's mine and Positively Glad's turn tomorrow in SF1 Div 2. That'll be live streamed by someone, I have no idea. I'd imagine it's someone on the Simulation Formula 1 Twitch channel, so do check that out. Unfortunately now, guys, the closest battle on track is Noodle Neck versus Wyvern Skull. Ooh, look at that. You can see the tyre marks all over the place. Now, the track's wet, so why would there be tyre marks? Noodle Neck smells another position. He will want that 5th place back. He'll consider that damage limitation for today. He's on like 4 lap pressure intermediate, so you'd imagine he'll get it done. Jonah back to within 8 tenths of Ethan. We'll keep an eye on that gap as it goes, but at the minute I want to see if Noodle Neck can make any sort of challenge on Wyvern. Doesn't look like it at the minute, so here we go. We're going to go back on board with Jonah. Once again, the top two separated by less than a second as we approach the final lap of the Grand Prix. I say, guys, if you liked what you see, then do hit that follow button and enable the notifications. I'm doing career mode races here and there. I'll be back at 11:30 p.m. on Tuesday for more International United Racing League commentary action, so do tune in for that. I'll be including my audio on Saturday on Positively Blanche's channel for his POV of the PRF1 Div 1 race, as we just continue to take the mick out of everything and everyone. Not the best race, only 10 people, but two of those guys out of the race, Sora and Q-Ball. Q-Ball binning it Blanchimon before the first round of pit stops, I believe. Then TMS Sora later on just had quite a few moments, and eventually one actually claimed him. And Jonah will be kicking himself that he was leading this Grand Prix for quite a while, but unfortunately was eventually overhauled by Ethan. We just caught the tail end of the overtake as Jonah tried fighting back. But it doesn't matter where you come, you have to put your car in a position to claim the points, and Ethan has done that today so far. Let's see if he can make it through to the end of the race. A dangerous corner coming through Blanchimon. He's done it. He probably felt quite nervous. Now we're at the bus stop. Looking very nice. Ethan comes around the final corner. Ethan is your winner for the Spa Belgium Grand Prix. Jonah second. Equals Fatal Defiance with a very lonely third place. The fastest final sector of the race. Here comes Master Spread now, who is sort of also very lonely. But he'll be very happy with a 4th place finish. And there we go, Withen Skull. He's going to come home in 5th, and he does hold off Noodle Neck, who'll be disappointed. Only coming 6th, who sets the fast lap of the race as well. Whale comes home in 7th, and Davey will finish the race, even if he is 34 seconds down. He will finish the race and score a good few points for himself, and the Red Bull team will be very happy with that one. Bringing it home. He might not be the fastest, but at the end of the day, all you have to do is bring the car home. Find your feet, and eventually the performances will come. So there we go, around the final corner, and Davey comes home for a 8th place finish here at Silverstone. This has been UIRL, guys. Thank you for watching. Take care. All the best. Peace. Now, before I go, what I'm going to do is I'm going to raid a channel. So let's have a look and see who is streaming at this minute in time. And we will go and raid. Now, before I do that, is anyone else? Simulation Formula 1. Ah, VRF1 Hamilton. I've got to remember the 4 is... Alright, so here we go, guys. Bear with me. I'm going to have some more racing content for you. VRF1. Boom. Do tune in with me, guys. Tap to raid. Thank you very much. There you go, you can see Hamilton's point of view. Enjoy.